everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of the Storybook Theater Scene.
I like that.
I'm Travis Eason, and this
Mike
is
Stevens.
my co-host, Mike Stevens.
How are you?
Man, I'm great. So we did a podcast last month in January talking about you and how you have been a huge encouragement into the local theater scene here in Abilene, Texas, the storybook capital of America. And we decided we're going to do a quick 20, 30-minute segment highlighting various aspects of theater in town.
Exactly.
And we're going to try to do this once a month.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. So let's kick it off. Mike, you're directing Elephant Man right now at Abilene Community Theater.
Yes, I am. We've got 2 performances left. Performance tonight, February 28th at 7:30, and then a matinee performance tomorrow, Sunday, March 1st at 2 o'clock.
And tickets cost
$15, I think, and then
available at the door.
probably $12 students. They're available online.
Okay.
If you go to Abilene Community Theater, there's a link to tickets. You can buy them there, or you can buy them at the door.
Cool, very cool. I'm coming tomorrow at 2.
I'm glad.
Can't wait to see it. I don't know that I've seen you direct anything before.
I don't know if you have. Directing is, I think, where I've really found my footing.
I like that.
As much as I like acting, because I do have an ego, it's fun being up on stage. Any actor that tells you that it's not is lying through their teeth.
Absolutely.
And false humility to boot. I think my calling is as a director.
I love that.
And then beyond that, I like doing scenic design too.
cool.
But and then third is acting and or other things behind the scenes.
Very good. And you just joined us today, this Saturday afternoon in beautiful, historic downtown Abilene. You were over at Frontier, Texas, doing some rehearsing.
Yeah, we're doing the historic shootout reenactment
Very
at
fun.
Frontier, Texas. We're doing it next weekend, and then the following weekend, bookending home. I keep on wanting to call it homecoming, spring break, where we do a reenactment of the famous shootout from 1884, which really took place right at this corner.
That's great.
This corner, Second and Pine, is where the old cattle. Now I can't remember the name of the place, but it was a saloon.
Okay.
That's where the shootout took place one afternoon, right in the doorway.
Wow.
We take a little bit of liberty with it because having a shootout in this much space is not very dramatic and it's very dangerous. So we've got live weapons with real blank rounds in them.
Wow.
And so we're a good 20 feet apart while we're reenacting it.
That's great.
But it's a blast.
That's great. So that starts next weekend.
Next weekend.
So you can be looking out for the Frontier, Texas
Yes.
shootout.
Yes.
Is that the title of it?
High Noon. It goes by so many different titles, but if you go out to Frontier, Texas on Facebook, we've got the event up there for it.
Cool. Speaking of Facebook, you do a wonderful, very generous, wonderful thing for our community when it comes to the storybook theater scene, which is you've compiled, and you do this, is it weekly or monthly?
Weekly.
Weekly, you compile all the different theaters in town, collegiate, high school, private theaters, independent theaters. You post their auditions, you post showtimes, and things coming up also.
Yeah, I try to do that. Again, one of the things that has irritated me the most, I love Abilene. I really do. I've lived here for almost 20 years now. But when somebody says, there's nothing to do around here, I would love to go to theater, but there's no theater in town. Well, there is theater in town. Now, maybe all of it happens one weekend out of every 2 months.
Yeah.
We do have that problem sometimes in town. But there's theater that happens. There are activities that happen. And if I can help people find out when and where the theater is going on here in Abilene, if I can fill that niche, I'm feeling good about myself.
I wanted to mention some things. You've got some stuff in your notes, and we're going to talk a little bit about some theater that we've both just seen recently. But before we get into that, maybe I can pull up your profile here on Facebook. I'm going to go to where you have posted this because there's something coming up that I think is pretty interesting. If I can find it here quickly. So you mentioned that there is a 2026 Christian University Theater Festival
Yes.
that's coming up. That's also coming up this week or next weekend.
This next weekend at Hardin Simmons. Actually, it's starting today, I think, maybe, or Monday.
Okay.
Hardin Simmons, McMurray, Howard Payne,
And Lubbock Christian?
and Lubbock Christian are all bringing performances to stages here in Abilene.
that.
Most of them are at Hardin Simmons at Van Ellis, which is a wonderful stage. That's one of my bucket list places to want to perform.
Oh, good.
Because I've never been able to perform there.
Your time's coming, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Be patient.
Hardin Simmons has some different rules
Yeah,
than
they do.
everybody
They
else.
do.
But let's see. Hardin Simmons is doing Marvin's Room, I believe, on Monday.
Yep.
Tuesday, Howard Payne is doing the effect of gamma rays on Man in the Moon Marigold. Oh, not on Tuesday. They're doing that Monday night at 8 o'clock. Tuesday, the festival goes from Hardin Simmons back over to McMurray for another performance of Romeo and Juliet.
Which we'll talk about in a minute. Yep.
And then Tuesday night, Lubbock Christian is performing at Hardin Simmons, and the name of whatever they're doing just left me.
All My Sons.
Yes.
Yep.
Arthur Miller.
So honestly, there's some really great theater, and having Howard Payne and Lubbock Christian come to town to also participate in that, I think that's just really, really wonderful. I've always been a proponent of doing a fringe festival where we have multiple things going on all in the same time and different spaces to see theater. So I'm really encouraged to see that.
Yeah, this is good. I can't tell you how many years Hardin Simmons has been involved in this. I think this is their second or third year to host it.
Okay.
I know that they've gone down to Brownwood when Howard Payne has hosted it. I think it's been hosted at Wayland.
Okay.
At Wayland's Lubbock campus.
Okay.
And them being involved there too. So I think it's a great thing, and particularly with it being here in Abilene, that's some good theater.
I hope they were able to find hotel rooms for all their theater students.
Yes.
So a couple other fun things that are coming up to be putting on your calendar besides Elephant Man tonight and
Elephant Man
tomorrow
tonight
at Abilene Community Theater.
Yes, please.
We've got Romeo and Juliet at McMurray.
At McMurray, they have a performance. They have their closing performance, with the exception of the festival next week. They have their closing performance tonight at 7:30.
Okay. I was able to watch that this past Thursday evening, and you said you were able to see the dress.
Wednesday, yes.
Let's just riff on that for just a second. We've talked before, as we do this sort of theater scene segment, that we would like to offer some soft critique, but for this first episode, we'll just be gentle.
Yes.
And I would like to say that, first of all, Nina McLean, you were wonderful as the nurse.
Yes.
So fun.
And a critique, and I have seen 2 productions of Romeo and Juliet this year.
Okay.
The first one was over at Cooper.
Okay.
It was staged very similarly in that they used scaffolding, and that was it for their set design, for their scenic design. I really liked Cooper's production of it. It was maybe the best Romeo and Juliet I've ever seen.
Oh, I love to hear that.
And definitely the best I had seen live, but one of the best overall.
Great.
My only drawback from Kim's direction, production of that, is there were a couple of times actors, and actors like I do. One of the tells a lot of times when an actor doesn't know their lines is they get really quiet.
Yeah, they're not sure what
and they're not sure, so I'm not going to project it.
Yeah.
Get out there, project it.
Yeah.
It's Shakespeare. If you say it wrong, nobody's on the script. As long as thou say it in a Shakespeare way, you can probably pass with it. They also had one actress who I will not name, because she was doing wonderful, and she may have been the best actress on stage, but she insisted on doing a weird accent.
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy sometimes.
And you couldn't understand what she was saying, and it's like, no, just speak in your voice, because you're doing a wonderful job, and I want to be able to understand what you're doing. Romeo and Juliet at McMurray. I have to say that's now my favorite production.
Oh, wow.
Partially because Nina as the nurse,
She was wonderful.
was great. She
Yeah.
was out there. She was having a blast.
Absolutely, having fun.
Gracie Melbourne directed.
Okay.
I have never worked on stage with Gracie. I've seen stuff. Well, I take that back. Gracie was in Newsies
Okay.
at the Paramount several years ago when I was in it.
Okay.
And so we have been on stage together. We haven't. We shared 1 minute of stage time together, and then we were never really probably on the stage again. I thought she did a great job with directing it. Because she had a large cast with a lot of different abilities. They did really well. I know you and I have talked about Lauren.
Oh, man.
Lauren Scott.
Talk
Lauren
about a
Bravo.
talent. Talk about a talent. I mean,
Yes.
hats off to you, Lauren. You just made the role of Mercutio stand out in a way that I've never seen it before.
Yes.
I think in some ways you carried a good chunk of the show.
Yeah. Well, she was fun and energetic to watch.
Yep.
And brought something to that character more than, oh, I'm coming on stage to die. I'm sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, everybody
Five
dies.
people die in Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
The story about adolescent love over a course of 3 days kills
Everybody
5
dies.
people.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
don't elope?
That is romance.
Yeah, so Lauren Scott, you did an incredible job. I also want to do a little shout out to the preacher too. I thought he was really, I don't know his name.
I can't remember his name. I can look it up.
Yeah.
He did a good job. I have not seen him on stage that much.
Okay.
So this is the biggest role that he has. Again, I could tell his tell that as his hand would start fiddling
Yeah.
in front of him, it was like, okay, this line, this line, this line, this line, this line, this line, this
And
line,
now
this
I'm
line.
here.
Yeah. and it was like he was tracking where he's still a young actor.
Yep,
He
yep.
has not been on stage that much.
I love the Little Ryan Theater at McMurray. If you haven't ever seen a show there, it's so worth it. It's so intimate,
Yes.
and the space is just wonderful. And everything I see there is just, it's fun. And for Romeo and Juliet, one last little thought on my end anyway, Mike, the way that the director Gracie used, they took up pieces of the stage at the end
Yes.
to build the tomb for Juliet. And I think all of us were just like, oh, what a unique experience to watch this tomb being built and then Juliet
Yes.
being laid down in there.
I knew that the pit was there. I have done shows where there's been access into the pit, but it was there like there was that grate over
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what are they going to do there?
Yeah.
When they pulled that out of the way and started removing pieces, it's like,
cool.
what is going
Yeah,
on here?
that's good theater.
McMurray wouldn't have been able to do that 3 years ago.
Really?
They rebuilt the pit.
Okay.
And reworked all the platforms and legs.
Good.
So, and it was specifically to be able to do and ease things like that.
It's cool.
I thought it was a great
Yep,
use of
yep.
the space.
And then I guess I maybe have one more final thought. Wonderful stage choreography, made me feel very nervous and unsafe, but it was executed pretty well.
Yeah. That is one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in a non-professional
Yep.
theater setting.
Yep.
Because it wasn't okay, thrust, parry, thrust,
No,
parry,
tons of
turn,
action.
thrust. No, it was, I had no idea where they were going.
Very realistic.
And the effects of them, bleeding afterwards, the sudden red light, very effective.
Very good.
Very effective.
I want to stay on the topic of gentle criticism for a minute and just kind of back up to some of our high school theater
Yes.
productions. All my kids are Abilene High, have been Abilene High students. I worked in the theater department there many, many, many moons ago.
Yay, Kyle Martin.
Yeah,
Shout out
Kyle.
to him.
Go Kyle.
Shout out to Kim. You are working difficult jobs.
Very difficult, and you're under-supported and understaffed and probably under budget. But I do know for a fact, at least at Abilene High, and I believe this to be true at Cooper and probably Wiley, that there is a decent sound system in each spaces. And I
Yes.
know that each school might be limited on their amount of like wireless mics or their lav mics or whatever. But as someone that I really appreciate my ears and watching a show over half of it is about what I hear, right? That high school directors, reach out if you need help with sound. We have lots of wonderful people in town, wonderful sound engineers that have a background in theater that would love to be able to, for a small fee or even possibly for some sponsorships for the Neon Parrot Live, come and help, teach your students how to tune the system so that there's a balance between the live orchestra or the track orchestra and your wonderful actors and actresses on stage.
Because
we're
if
missing
you
that.
can't hear them sing, are they really singing?
Well, you know, Mike, I've always contested that if you need that you should be able to stand on any stage and hit the back of the room with your voice.
Yes.
Without a microphone.
Yes.
And that the microphone is there just to help balance you out with the live sound. Somewhere along the way, I think we lost that, maybe.
I would agree. Technology is our friend. Technology is our foe.
Yeah.
Vocal technique has changed as well.
Yeah.
We no longer sing out like that. You know,
we kind of sing
now
to
the
each other
songs are
down,
written for
like we're being filmed or
intimate.
something.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just encourage all the high school theaters and college theaters, if you're struggling with sound, reach out. My executive producer, Sam Wolf, extraordinaire, is an incredibly talented sound engineer. Would be happy to come help. And there's many other wonderful sound engineers in town too. Help your audience by helping us hear the story that you're trying to tell.
Is the story being told if we can't hear it? We need to. The story is paramount. The music that carries the story is paramount. And if all we can hear is the piano, is the orchestra, while there's people up there whose lips are moving, but we can't hear them.
We don't know. Anyway, please continue to do wonderful theater.
Yes.
Abilene High, Cooper, Wiley, you guys are doing a great job. Let's talk about Violet, because we both got to see ACU's recent production of Violet, directed by Don Meek Swearingen.
Yes.
What were some of your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, I will tell you, Violet is one of my favorite musicals.
Okay.
I saw it back during COVID online.
Okay.
I still haven't been able to see Sutton Foster in it, and I have a very well-known crush on Sutton. Her and Laura Benetti, I will melt with either of them. I love the music in Violet. I love the story in Violet. To finally get it on stage. Now, I was excited when I saw ACU was going to produce it in the fall. And then Dawn took a step back and she said, I'm really busy in the fall. Why are we doing a musical prior to Shrek and putting ourselves through that? Let's move it to the spring. I'm like, that's great. And then they announced the date and it's like, Dawn, that's the same time that Elephant Man's running. Why you hate me so? But I talked to her, and again, this community is wonderful. I said, Dawn, could my cast and I, because I want to do this for my cast. No, I'm a selfish jerk. I did it for me. Dawn, can I bring my cast to come see your final dress? That way, y'all have the experience of having a live audience as you're doing it. Dawn, to her credit, didn't call me out. That's a bunch of bull. Oh, Mike, we would love for you to do that. I got to see Violet.
Good.
The interesting thing about Violet, their lead actress was on vocal rest.
Was she really?
And so was one of the ensemble actresses.
Okay.
And so for the final dress rehearsal, Zoe, and I would have to look up her full name, she stepped in as Violet for the first time through it from start to finish.
Wow. I love to watch an understudy.
And I loved it. Now, the first two scenes, she was a little bit unsure of herself. And it wasn't that the character of Violet was unsure. You could tell Zoe was. But then by the third scene, she had hit her mark and she was producing the show she was meant to produce.
I love that.
And the other actress, while I was told who it was, I couldn't tell you which one it was.
That's great. Yeah.
And that's the glory of a well-trained understudy. sadly, a lot of us haven't thought of understudies up until COVID, and then it's like, oh, you better get an understudy, or there's gonna have be problems for your show.
Yep.
I actually built understudies into the play that goes wrong when I did it. That we would have certain performances where it was the understudies because they've worked just as hard. But I really enjoyed the production of Violet.
I mean, ACU is my alma mater, and I've got a huge soft spot in my heart for it. And I probably could be more critical about things coming from ACU than other places, just because it's my home. I really enjoyed the show. I was not familiar with it at all. I thought the actors and actresses, the students, did an incredible job. The costumes are fabulous. One of the things that the group of people that I saw the show with and some other people we kind of talked about afterwards, because Don came up and gave a very emotive opening monologue before the show.
Yes.
It's great. I would have liked to have known that the script, the description in the script of the main character in Violet, she has a scar through the whole show, right? And it's supposed to be this deformative scar. She was hit in the face with an axe head.
Yes.
Not giving anything away. The show's closed. Go watch it. It's a great show.
And it's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, it is a great show. The music's fabulous. But the script describes that actress does not have any prosthetics or makeup to and I think as an audience member, I would have liked to have known that from the beginning, because a lot of us were just kind of like, where's her scar? We don't see the scar.
Yeah.
And then you watch the show, and afterwards you're like, I still kind of didn't know what was going on with the scar. And I think had I just known before watching the show, the script calls for no prosthetics, no scar to be shown, it would have been easier for me to kind of get into that mode, I think, as an audience member.
And again, for me, I guess I had that cheat in that I had seen it before. It's very much like Elephant Man. You go and you see Elephant Man, specifically in the script, the Bernard Pomerantz specifies, please do not try to use prosthetics to make the Elephant Man. I don't know if he wrote that before or after the movie came out. The play precedes the movie by 3 years.
Okay.
But I don't know if he included that then to kind of say, let the actors do their acting.
And in your version of Elephant Man, you're not using prosthetics.
No prosthetics at all. Berto, my John Merrick, stands up there when he's first revealed in front of the audience as the character of the doctor, Freddie Treves, reads out a description of him. And during that, Berto then starts contorting himself into this pose that then he holds most of the rest of the show. And I literally, they didn't say it to me, but I was at pickup rehearsal, or it may even been last night, and one of the volunteers at the theater said, yeah, you had a lady who came up to me last week and wondered, how deformed the actor really is.
Oh, good, because he played it that well.
Yeah, he's not, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But he plays it well.
Yeah.
In Violet, it's the same kind of situation. You don't want to make that scar, because ultimately in Violet, that scar, while it is a very physical symbol for Violet, it's more internal to her soul than it is an outward expression. And again, spoilers of the story, she's healed, but not in the way she wants to be. And as Don was saying, that final baptism of her, and really finding love with one of the two soldiers that has been on this bus ride with her, he has accepted her all along, scar or no scar. And so she finds love there. And that's the story, really, is her acceptance of herself.
And her history.
Yes, and casting that history aside. I've got that history. I'm not going to dwell on it anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you guys missed a great show with Violet. There's There's a lot of great theater in town. We're probably going to miss out on some things on this episode, but let's real quick recap some things that are coming up for our audience between now and the end of March. We're going to try to bring you guys another Storybook theater scene at the end of March. We'll do this again on a Saturday.
Yes.
But we do have auditions coming up. There's some other shows happening. I know Terry Wilkerson is doing a show right now.
Show, yeah,
I think
like
today.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. Boy, I've got to find it. Well, first of all, I was going to say, Waiting for Godot auditions Monday and Tuesday at Abilene Community Theater.
Who's directing that?
Adam Singleton is directing that.
Okay, great.
I can't tell you anything more about it, but be there at 7 o'clock. I don't think Adam is requiring
cold read.
I think it's just all cold reads for it.
And Gary Varner just cast Arsenic and
Old Lace.
And that'll perform in May, maybe, or June.
You know, the nice thing about having cheat sheets, Arsenic and Old Lace will be April 17th through the 26th.
Oh, that's coming up quick then.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got that. We've got Waiting for Godot. You said auditions for that are coming up at ACTU.
Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday. There are callbacks for Sound of Music.
Yes.
My daughter and I
Congratulations.
Going to callbacks. Be excited. It's such a great show. So Sound of Music will be this summer at the Paramount. I think those show dates are like June and July.
Yeah, June. All of June. And actually earlier in June.
Okay.
Traditionally, the Paramount show has ridden at the same time that the Abilene Shakespeare Festival does, and they've had to balance out actors who are in both, in a Shakespeare show or Shakespeare's and in the Paramount. This year, it's in early June versus Shakespeare being at the end of June.
Okay, and we do have Adam Hester is directing
The Winter's Tale,
and Gary's directing
Comedy of Errors.
And that'll be going kind of back to, they'll be in rep.
Those will be being done in rep.
Yep, and that'll be in June and July. Let's see what else we have coming up. I wanted to mention Terry's show, if I could find the name of it.
It's The Broken World.
Okay, and that, if Terry Wilkerson at Dance Discovery is the choreographer of choreographers. I know I'm leaving out other wonderful choreographers, but Terry, you've been here forever, and we love you, and you just always do
Terry
great
choreographed the first show that I was in.
I love that.
And then she choreographed me in Hairspray.
I love that. I love that. So if you are interested in exploring some live performing arts out in the Storybook capital of America,
yes,
you can check out Mike Stevens on Facebook. He has a wonderful link on there. If you're wanting to get more information, tune in. We're going to bring it to you.
Or you can email me at Abilene Theater Info, theater with an R-E, and just Abilene Theater Info at gmail.com. And I will put you on the mailing list where this whole post that I send out on Facebook, I also send it out on a email.
Good.
Every week.
If you're putting together something and you would like us to get that word out, please get in contact with us. Get in contact with Mike, and we'll try to share that as well. I think that's about it, my friend. Anything else you want to part with real quick?
Go support live theater.
Yes.
There is live theater happening all the time. And if you hear about theater again, even if it's not your theater, let me know.
Yeah.
We've got theater happening in Anson. We've got theater happening in other communities. Obsidian just announced that they're going to do Next to Normal this summer.
That's a good show.
And we've got auditions coming up for that, I believe, in April. Let us know. Let's get the word out. We're all a community. We all work and feed together. Let's help each other.
Let's help each other. Please like, subscribe, share. Please subscribe. We need your subscriptions. But share this. Let your theater friends know. Let your parents and grandparents know that we've got a lot of wonderful things going on in Abilene, Texas. And Mike and I will be back in a month.
In a month.
Or so.
Let's do it.
And we'll talk again. We'll give you another 20, 30 minutes of introspective theater talk.
Amen.
All right.
Let's do it.
Thanks, Sam, for being our production
Sam's
producer
the best.
extraordinaire. This show is hosted by Neon Parrot Live Studios. We are located downtown Abilene, Texas, next door to Majestic Coffee, allegedly serving Onyx Coffee, my personal favorite. And until then, we will sign off for today, and we'll catch you next month with another episode of the Storybook Theater Scene.
Scene.
Thanks,
I like
Mike.
that. Good seeing you.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.